The air in the cemetery was freezing, but it was the look on my Uncle Mike's face that actually made me shiver. My mother's funeral had just ended, the crowd was thinning, and he was clutching a dusty, leather-bound journal like it was a live grenade. She made me swear, Leo, he whispered, his voice cracking. She said, only if she doesn't make it off the table, but she lived another 20 years, and the guilt, it ate her alive. He handed me the book. Inside, tucked between the pages, was a Polaroid from the late 90s. It was my mom, looking exhausted in a hospital gown, holding two, identical, baby boys. I grew up as an ONLY child. My parents told me I was a miracle baby, born with a rare lung condition that required a series of experimental, million-dollar surgeries. We weren't rich. My dad worked 2 jobs, and we lived in a cramped apartment in Queens. I always wondered how they pulled it off. The journal entry from June, 1998, spelled it out in a way that made my stomach turn. My mother didn't just have one son. She had twins. But the hospital bills were stacking up before we even left the NICU. The entry read, the Johnsons, they have everything except a child. They saw the boys in the nursery. They offered to cover Leo's entire medical trust, every surgery, every breath he takes, if they could take his brother, Elias, home as their own. My mother had traded my brother to buy my life. She spent 26 years watching him from the shadows. She knew he grew up in a mansion in Connecticut. She knew he went to Yale. She even had a clipping of his wedding announcement from the New York Times hidden in the back of the diary. I spent the next 3 days in a complete haze. I finally found his social media. Elias. He looked exactly like me, but his smile was different. Confident. Unbroken. I drove to his office in Manhattan on a rainy Tuesday. When he stepped out for lunch, I was standing by his car.